The 1995-96 basketball season was a special one at Bucknell. With a second-year head coach in Pat Flannery and a starting five that returned intact from a year ago, this team was ready to make some noise. It started very early on in San Francisco as Bucknell defeated USF in overtime 68-65. And it was a sign of things to come as this year's Bison proved to be outstanding road warriors, knocking off both Colgate and Holy Cross on enemy soil and dominating an Alabama team that went to the NIT Final Four. It was an unselfish team that played smart and together that captured the interest of the Lewisburg community during a long and cold winter. When it was done, this Bison team would become yet another in a long line of winners that graced Davis Gym.
It's a veteran team, but yet it's a young team because it's only the second year through with the things that we're trying to do. So we still have a ways to go, but the group that's coming back and the familiarity with the program and the influx of some of the young kids has made it exciting.
Just after playing together for 4 years now, and like I said, being comfortable with the system, you know the cuts, you know their tendencies. You know, we got a lot of offensive weapons on this team, and I just try and get them the ball in a position where they can score, and most of the time they do.
We just learned how to play against bigger, stronger teams, you know, and using our own abilities to play through that, and you know, coming up with a couple wins, and just playing hard every night, which we always do.
Keelan and I have been playing really well together. After 3 years, we've gotten things going, and we're shooting the ball well from the perimeter on the year, and that opens up things. And when we get penetration from Sekou and JR, they're able to dump it off for easy baskets.
Well, the main thing I think to make a good one is good decisions. Like Coach Flannery always is trying to tell us to make the easy pass, don't always hit the home run. So right now I'm trying to work on hitting singles.
The whole coaching staff is encouraging me for us to be a successful basketball team, a more successful basketball team. We got to, you know, crash the boards and win the glass. And you know, Coach Dan's been taking me aside every now and then, telling me to keep going to the glass. Because it's not something I've always done, but I'm trying to concentrate more so this year on you know, finding the gaps or the seams or the holes and just crashing the boards, whether it be offense or defensively.
It's definitely a lot easier. I mean, sophomore year, we went through some growing pains. Like, we didn't know where people were going to be on the court, who wanted to shoot and where and when. And now, I mean, as you can see, I know where Dave is on the break. I know where Gordon is. I know where Keelan wants the ball. I know where Kevin wants the ball. I know where Brian wants to post up. And I think that makes our team so much better to defend.
Well, Coach Danzig and Coach Flannery have been working on us this year on interior passes because a lot of teams have been doubling inside. So it's some new practice, and also because we've been together so long as a group, like I said before, you kind of know where Keelan's always going to be, and you know where Brian's always going to be, because Brian always likes to step away from the basket, and Keelan always likes to cut towards it when you have it. So you get to know like where Gordon likes to spot up and where JR likes to spot up. So it's easier now than it was like last year.
I think what's cool about this team so far is that I think that we still have got a long ways to go, and I think we all know that. And what I really like is that we don't accept losing, as I think by the Holy Cross game. And that probably would have been different. I know definitely 2 years ago, or maybe a year ago. But I know for sure now we're just totally focused on what we have to do, and everybody's trying to hit on all cylinders.
when you have that and you have the interchangeable guys was mentioned, I think we're tough to play, and you really have to make sure you know who's on the court for us because we can score, and a lot of guys are capable of scoring.
Why has the chemistry been so good with this team this year for Bucknell? It seems like you guys work really well together on the floor.
Well, I think it has to start with the seniors. You know, we've been together for 3 years, and I think we've learned all the little things about each other, and we know each other. Where we end up on the court and you know, run a fast break where Dave's spotting up in the corner, Kevin gets his 4 assists because he knows where I am or where Brian is down low. And I think that it's those little things that help out, like, you know, in the middle of a game, you know, when you're coming down the stretch. And especially now, I think the senior leadership going into the tournament is going to be valuable to the team as a whole.
Is the senior leadership. You know, these 5 guys are great bunch of guys. We're all close on and off the court. And I think we set a good example for the rest of the gang that once we get things going, the rest of the team's going to follow us.
While the accomplishments of J.R. Holden, Gordon Mboya, Tom Welch, and the rest of the underclassmen were many, this definitely was a senior-oriented team. Point guard Sekou Hamer was the first of the group to see any significant playing time. Playing as a freshman and starting as a sophomore, the Bronx, New York native earned a spot on the Patriot League's second team as both a junior and senior, averaging 12.6 points and 3.3 assists this season. Sekou, a co-captain, scored his 1,000th point in his final regular season game.
I think I've tried to be more consistent and be a factor when I'm not doing certain things on the court. A lot of times I think from sophomore year I maybe look to score a lot, and now when I'm out there on the court, if I'm not scoring, I need to play defense. I need to penetrate and get Dave involved, get Keelan, get Ryan involved, and that's one of the things I've tried to do when I'm out there on the court, and try to bring other things to the ball club.
The other co-captain was off-guard Kevin Wink. A 2-year starter from Vienna, Virginia, Kevin averaged 5 points, 3.1 assists, and 2 rebounds a game. His biggest contributions, though, weren't measured in statistics, as they came at the defensive end of the floor, shutting down the opposition's big scorer. He also had a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio.
I've said all along, we've got a lot of weapons on this team, and you know, I understand my role. You know, my role is not to go out there and get 20 points a game. I don't know if I could, anyways. But you know, I just like getting these guys the ball because they're going to make good things happen. And then on the defensive end, I guess it's been ingrained in me since I was a little kid. My dad, you know, always stressed the defensive end. When he coached me when I was young in high school, had a coach like that. And when we got here, Coach Flannery brought it in with him, and our team took that attitude.
Forward Dave Steigerwald leads Bucknell as its all-time leader in 3-point field goal percentage and is number 2 in the Patriot League. A 2-year starter, Dave averaged 10 points a game as a senior and made a team-high 56 long-range shots. Quite an accomplishment for someone who played with his back to the basket while in high school and home in Shikshinny Lake.
It was a little bit of an adjustment coming into Bucknell as a freshman because I played with my back to the basket for so many years that I wasn't the biggest player on the team when I came to Bucknell. So it was a great challenge for me because I always did enjoy playing, you know, facing the basket more than with my back to the basket. And you know, I look forward to the challenge and worked hard every day at becoming a better ball player. And with the coaching staff, they did a great job with preparing me to play the position that I would have to do to help this team the most.
At the power forward, Keelan Golden gave up a lot of size at only 6'6". A 3-year starter, Keelan led the Bison in rebounding 2 times and was second this year with almost 6 a game. The Alexandria, Virginia native averaged 9.5 points and led the team in blocks and field goal percentage. And just think, Keelan almost rode in college instead of playing basketball.
I just came in, I knew I was going to work hard. I didn't know really where I was going to fit. In high school, I played, you know, as a forward, and I was 6'5" coming in, I think, about, so I really didn't know where I was going to be at. But I just came in expecting to play hard, and then I ended up in the 4 position, and I'm really comfortable where I am right now.
The fifth piece of the puzzle came to Lewisburg a year later than the rest. Center Brian Anderson played as a freshman at Penn State before transferring to Bucknell. And what a break it was for the Bison. The three-time All-Patriot League performer from Hermitage, Pennsylvania, led the team in scoring at 13.4 points and rebounding at 6.8 rebounds as a senior. He finished his 3-year stint with the Bison as a 1,000-point scorer.
A lot of kids go to college or to their colleges they're going to play at, and they're coming out of high school, and they're not real sure about their game. And you know, I had a chance my freshman year to take my game to the college level, and that's just little simple things, being able to handle bigger guys and that type of stuff. So coming here, I wasn't really nervous about being able to play the game. It was just a matter of fitting into a completely different system, and then Bucknell played a lot more up-tempo than Penn State did when I was over there. So I knew I had to get bigger and stronger, and I did that before I started playing here.
It is very uncommon for a team to start 5 seniors, and even more rare to start a unit that really is that, both on and off the court. It is very difficult to see them go as both players and as friends. The 5 of them have etched themselves into our memories and the annals of the Bucknell basketball history books with outstanding careers on the Davis Gym hardwood.